Good morning, everybody, on this fine Tuesday, November 19th. Mike and Corey are here. Today, we're going to talk about what's in the news, which you're seeing markets in red due to some Russia-U.S. discussions, we'll say, threats, things, geopolitical risk. We'll just group it in that category. Then to move it to some good news, I'll talk about the Walmart earnings that came out, and then Corey's going to talk about Jersey Mike's. And if you can appreciate subs, so he'll explain an acquisition of that company. But before we get started, this is a financial education presentation. You must do your own due diligence on anything heard in this presentation, including going out to lunch at Jersey Mike's. And more disclaimer information can be found on ankerstarwealth.com, and the opinions expressed are mine and Corey's alone. So you may be looking at the markets, hopefully not. Hope you don't look at this every day the way we do. But anyways, markets are in the red today. Dow's down about 0.8%, S&P down, I'm rounding 0.4%, and the NASDAQ only off 0.1%. More importantly, you'll see the fear index, which is the only thing that you're seeing in the green here, which is the VIX, is up 7.45%. Reason why? You'll be like, why is all this happening? Especially when Walmart's going to have good news come out here in a moment. We are getting some Russia-U.S. tension. So I'm going to show you the headline here. Putin lowers the threshold for a nuclear strike. So in my reading of this, he's basically saying that, hey, if you send missiles into Russia to attack us, Ukraine, and those are U.S. missiles, which they are, we're going to kind of group the United States in with that, and we're kind of saying, hey, beware, because the U.S. has nukes. Therefore, since you're using United States missiles, we can use nukes. So that's kind of the threat. The market is selling off on that. I wouldn't say it's selling off as much as you might think. I mean, to me, if there was really, nuclear weapons about to be launched, the market would sell off a lot more than this. But we saw the European stocks indexes down, and of course the U.S. as well. Next article, same thing already. Russia's already saying, this one came out 42 minutes ago. Russia says Ukraine attacked us using those U.S. long-range missiles. So Article 1 was the, hey, we're going to respond to it. Article 2 says, hey, you guys already did it. So they didn't wait. Now, this is just an article that came out on CNBC. Russia Defense confirmed it, and I'm just scrolling down. What they said is there was 6 missiles launched, and their air defense system shot down 5 of them and damaged another. So anyways, we'll see where this goes. Let me go back and just show the markets again. The NASDAQ's actually moved into the green already. So I'm not sure, where we're going to see this go. We're going to obviously monitor it. You think of, the timing of our election cycle with Trump coming in January and Biden on his way out right now. And it's kind of like, if there was ever a time to kind of say some things and maybe get away with them, it's probably right now. It's kind of like one teacher's out and the students are still in the classroom and the other teacher's coming in. It's like, now's the time to get away with whatever we want to try to get away with. So, whether this, goes up, anything further from here, we shall see. I'm sure everyone will be paying attention to that in their news. Not liking bad news. I'm a good news kind of person. So I'm going to give you the good news. Walmart reports earnings. We're going to go through those real quick. They topped both their earnings and expectations and increased their outlook, their projections for the future. So that is good, and good, because Walmart, if there's any company, maybe other than Amazon, Walmart, Amazon, that has their pulse or their finger on the pulse of the American consumer, it's Walmart, right? So Walmart earnings, I'm going to pull this down. They reported 58 cents versus 53 expected, and 169 billion versus 167 billion. That alone is great news, but usually the stocks move more is based on their projection. So what they've done is they've raised their projections for next year to say that growth will be between 4.8% and 5.1, which is, whatever, a little bit higher than it was previously. So Walmart stock, and actually I didn't even pull up Walmart stock to show you, but it's up about 3.6%. Hitting a new 52-week high. We'll look at Walmart year to date. You can see, wow, that's a pretty nice story there for a company that's already this big. It's moved up, quite a bit this year. It's at 700.
They've done a few things. They've done a few things. They compete. They're kind of the best competitor against Amazon and kind of that delivery online space, the e-commerce space. They have a subscription service too, a little like kind of an Amazon Prime type competitor, I think. And then I think their Costco competitor actually grew faster than just the Walmart store brand as well.
Sam's Club.
Yeah, so they're in, they're definitely out there. They're competing, right? They're doing what they need to do.
Yeah. It's I mean, I'll admit, whether we need confessions or not, I do a lot of my shopping at Walmart. Even my groceries, that's,
That was my first job, Mike.
It was.
It was.
Walmart.
I was my buddy. Shout out to Zach. He was working at Walmart. He and our other friend, and one of them was a cart pusher. One of them was in the garden center. And they said, dude, these guys are paying $9 an hour. The other grocery store was paying like $7.25, and we couldn't believe they were paying $9 an hour. I got the job, of course, and I was a cashier for 2 years there. And did you know they let employees buy stock at a discount?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, hopefully you locked in since it's at an
I
all-time
did
high.
not, Mike. It was a 15% discount. I did the math, and I would have been buying at $14 a share. That's
Oh, wow.
so. Yeah, I missed that one.
Well, that's all right. And hey, when we talk about, starting jobs, I think Walmart is a fantastic place. Obviously, you got your McDonald's, which is, when I think of someone that's like 14 years old, if they want to get a starting job, McDonald's, no skills, come in, they're going to teach you everything. But the next step, if I could get any, my kids, anybody to get some experience, Walmart, and then eventually even Amazon in their warehouse, because you learn supply chain management and best business practices, and these are phenomenal companies. So anyways, I'm glad Corey got us started. I did not even know
Yeah,
that.
I will say when I was a cashier there, one thing you learn is that you might go to like a Lululemon and it's sort of a certain demographic shopping in there, or maybe you go to I don't know, maybe like a Whole Foods and it kind of is a certain demographic. You go to Walmart and everybody shops at Walmart. You get everything there. So that's one thing I learned working there is everybody goes in for
That's
something.
right. That's right. So that's awesome. Well, I am going to say one other thing on Walmart because I saw this article and I think we should be aware of this. Walmart says likely to raise some prices if Trump tariffs take effect. So let's just be honest. If tariffs go in and international companies or international suppliers raise their prices based on the tariff, eventually that trickles down to the American consumer. So the CFO of Walmart, I think, is just giving us a heads up to say, hey, tariffs isn't exactly, free money. There are effects to it. And when you think of prices going up, what is that called? Typically inflation. So when prices go up. So we'll see. I just, pulled up this article and, we'll see when tariffs come in, if they come in or if they're just used more as threats and negotiating in the new year. But I just want to people be aware of that tariffs isn't exactly just free money coming in. Don't think of it as like that's a panacea for how to get money to the American economy. So with that, I'll turn it over to Corey to talk sub sandwiches as we near lunchtime at the time of this recording.
Yes, sir. All right. But I have a question for you here in just a second. First, though, I'll say Blackstone. So that's an alternative asset management company, not to be confused with BlackRock, which is an investment management company. But this is Blackstone is kind of an active player out there managing their portfolio of assets. But Blackstone purchased. Okay, so they agreed for $8 billion, including debt. It looked like last year Jersey Mike's had some interest at 9.5 billion.
Mm-hmm.
But Mike, I like to do a little math here. So they're at 3,000-ish locations and 8 billion valuation. So that is about each location really would be worth 2,700,000 according to that purchase price, give or take.
What?
Mike, do you think that's a lot? What do you think?
I think that's a ton.
Would
Really?
you be surprised? Would you be surprised if I told you there's a restaurant company selling 10 times more than that per location?
And which one is that?
It's Kava. Kava had gotten up to close to 60 million per location as of about a week ago, and they've come down. I think now they're at a modest 50 million per location if you sort of look at their market cap and stores. So
I guess I'd have to say, what I think about that is, if you were just buying existing locations and they were not growing, that's a horrible deal. But if you expect that they're going to grow and take market share, and then it grows into that valuation.
Product. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting way to look at it, but you're right. It does not capture the whole picture, of course. But still interesting. I think Chipotle is about 25 million each right now, and there's a whole spectrum of those. So anyway, yeah, Blackstone buying Jersey Mike's. I like a Jersey Mike sandwich every now and then.
Hey, scroll right there. I see that because I saw Tropical Smoothie on as you scrolled there too. They agreed to buy Tropical Smoothie. I will tell you that in my hometown, the Tropical Smoothie is right next to a brand new Jersey Mike's. So both of them have been opened within Tropical Smoothie in the last couple of years and Jersey Mike's in the last couple months. Now I have not eaten at the Jersey Mike's, but I think based on Corey's recommendation and my stomach, the time is coming soon.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think probably a good choice. Good choice. Last thing there, we mentioned a week or so ago that mergers and acquisitions could become a little more common, especially if we get any more softness in rates out there. So something to keep an eye on. There's another domino falling today with Jersey Mike's, and we'll see what the future holds.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. And, we'll give you our lunch recommendations in future broadcasts. Have a good one. Bye.